The year was 2172. After a decades-long struggle, humanity had finally been conquered by the Xenos, an alien race that had set its sights on Earth and its abundant resources. The invasion had been swift and merciless, with the Xenos employing advanced technology and overwhelming military force to subdue the woefully outmatched human armies. Within a matter of months, the major cities of Earth were under alien occupation, and the once proud nations of the world were reduced to mere vassals, forced to comply with the Xenos' harsh demands. In the face of this seemingly insurmountable adversity, a small group of human rebels emerged, determined to reclaim their homeworld and overthrow the alien invaders. Led by a grizzled former military commander named Colonel John Haverson, this ragtag band of freedom fighters began to wage a guerrilla war against the Xenos, utilizing hit-and-run tactics, sabotage, and strategic strikes to disrupt the invaders' operations and sow dissent among their ranks. Haverson, a seasoned veteran of numerous conflicts, knew that the key to victory would lie in leveraging the Xenos' weaknesses and exploiting their over-reliance on technology. He meticulously planned each operation, carefully selecting targets that would cause maximum disruption while minimizing the risk to his men. With a keen tactical mind and an unwavering commitment to the cause, Haverson rallied his followers, instilling in them a sense of purpose and a burning desire for vengeance. One of Haverson's most trusted lieutenants was Marcus, a former Special Forces operator whose skills in combat and guerrilla warfare were unparalleled. With his keen instincts and expert marksmanship, Marcus led many of the Resistance's most daring raids, striking deep into enemy territory and escaping unscathed. His bravery and leadership inspired the other rebels, and he quickly became a symbol of the human spirit's indomitable will. Another key member of the Resistance was Sergeant Daniel Lowe, a skilled explosives expert who had honed his craft during his time in the military. Lowe's expertise in demolitions proved invaluable, as he was able to devise ingenious traps and sabotage devices that crippled the Xenos infrastructure and logistics. His meticulous planning and attention to detail ensured that each operation was executed with surgical precision, maximizing the damage inflicted on the enemy. As the rebellion gained momentum, the Xenos found themselves increasingly on the defensive, struggling to maintain control over the vast territories they had conquered. Haverson's guerrilla tactics, coupled with the bravery and resourcefulness of his men, began to chip away at the alien invaders' resolve, sowing doubt and confusion in their ranks. One of the Resistance's most daring operations was the raid on the Xenos Central Command Center, located deep within the heart of the occupied capital city. Haverson, Marcus, Lowe, and a team of skilled commandos infiltrated the heavily fortified facility, dodging patrols and disabling security systems with ease. Their mission was to capture the Xenos commanding officer and gain access to the aliens' strategic planning and communication systems. The raid was a resounding success, with the rebels managing to secure the command center and take the Xenos leader captive. However, as they prepared to make their escape, they encountered a formidable obstacle. A squadron of heavily armed Xenos troops, alerted to the intrusion, were converging on their position. Haverson and his men took up defensive positions, determined to hold their ground and ensure the mission's success. The ensuing battle was fierce and grueling, with the rebels using every trick in their arsenal to fend off the relentless alien onslaught. Marcus, with his unparalleled marksmanship, picked off Xenos soldiers one by one, his rifle cracking with each precise shot. Sergeant Lowe, meanwhile, expertly deployed a series of explosive traps, decimating the alien forces and buying the rebels precious time to secure their prize. As the fight raged on, Haverson realized that they were running out of ammunition and that their position was becoming increasingly untenable. With no other choice, he made the difficult decision to order a retreat, knowing that they had to safeguard the valuable intelligence they had obtained. The rebels fought their way out of the command center, narrowly escaping the pursuing Xenos forces. The mission, while successful in capturing the enemy's commanding officer and gaining access to their strategic plans, had come at a heavy cost. Several of Haverson's men had been killed in the intense firefight. Despite the heartbreak, the Resistance leader knew that the information they had obtained was crucial to their ultimate victory. With the Xenos strategic plans in hand, Haverson and his men were able to launch a series of precisely timed attacks, disrupting the invaders' supply lines, communications, and troop movements. As the rebellion continued to grow in strength and momentum, the Xenos found themselves increasingly on the defensive. The human rebels, emboldened by their successes, began to take bolder and more audacious actions, targeting the alien invaders' most vital installations and command centers. One such operation, dubbed Operation Thunderstrike, saw Haverson and his elite team infiltrate a heavily guarded Xenos weapons manufacturing facility. Their mission was to sabotage the production lines and destroy the facility's stockpile of advanced armaments, crippling the invaders' ability to resupply their forces. The raid was a resounding success, with Sergeant Lowe's expert demolitions work reducing the facility to a smoldering ruin. As the rebels made their escape, they encountered a squadron of Xenos heavy combat units, their massive robotic frames towering over the human fighters. Undaunted, Marcus and his team of marksmen engaged the enemy, their shots finding chinks in the Xenos' armor and disabling their fearsome weapons. Haverson, meanwhile, led a team of commandos to plant a series of explosives, preparing to deal a devastating blow to the retreating alien forces. As the Xenos troops regrouped and advanced, Haverson detonated the explosives, creating a massive blast that engulfed the entire area. The Xenos heavy units, caught in the fiery maelstrom, were reduced to scrap metal, their shattered remains testament to the rebels' determination and skill. With the successful completion of Operation Thunderstrike, the human resistance movement gained a significant advantage over the Xenos invaders. The destruction of the weapons facility crippled the aliens' ability to resupply and reinforce their troops, and the loss of their heavy combat units dealt a devastating blow to their offensive capabilities. Emboldened by this victory, Haverson and his men launched a series of coordinated attacks across the globe, striking at the Xenos' key logistical and command centers. The rebels' guerrilla tactics, coupled with their intimate knowledge of the local terrain and resources, proved to be a formidable challenge for the alien invaders. As the human resistance movement continued to gain strength and momentum, the Xenos found themselves increasingly isolated and vulnerable. Their once mighty military machine, so effective during the initial invasion, was now crumbling under the relentless onslaught of the rebels. In a desperate attempt to regain control, the Xenos launched a massive offensive, mobilizing their remaining forces in a bid to crush the rebellion once and for all. The ensuing battle was a brutal and bloody affair, with the human rebels fighting tooth and nail to defend their homeworld. Haverson, Marcus, Lowe, and their comrades fought with unwavering courage and determination, using every tactic and resource at their disposal to hold back the Xenos' onslaught. The battle raged for days, with both sides suffering heavy casualties, but the human rebels refused to be broken. As the conflict reached its climax, Haverson realized that they were running out of options. The Xenos had them outmatched in terms of raw firepower and numbers, and the rebels' ammunition and supplies were dwindling. Faced with the prospect of defeat, Haverson made a bold decision. He would lead a small team of his most skilled fighters on a suicide mission to infiltrate the Xenos Central Command and deliver a decisive blow. Accompanied by Marcus, Lowe, and a handful of other elite commandos, Haverson set out on his perilous mission, knowing that the fate of humanity rested on their shoulders. The team fought their way through the Xenos-occupied territory, evading patrols and disabling enemy defenses with remarkable skill and precision. Finally, after days of harrowing combat, they reached the Xenos Central Command, a towering fortress that stood as a symbol of the alien invaders' dominance. Undaunted, Haverson and his men launched a relentless assault, using every ounce of their training and experience to overwhelm the Xenos defenders. The battle was intense and grueling, with the human rebels fighting with a ferocity born of desperation and a burning desire for freedom. Marcus, his rifle cracking with each deadly shot, led the charge, while Sergeant Lowe expertly placed explosive traps and detonated strategic targets. Haverson, in the midst of the chaos, made his way deeper into the command center, his sights set on the Xenos commanding officer. After a fierce and bloody confrontation, the colonel emerged victorious, the alien leader's lifeless body at his feet. With the Xenos command structure shattered, the alien invaders found themselves in disarray, their once formidable military machine grinding to a halt. The human rebels, sensing their opportunity, launched a final, decisive assault, rallying the people of Earth to join their cause. The battle that followed was a brutal and unforgiving affair, with both sides fighting with every ounce of strength and determination. But in the end, the human rebels, fueled by their unwavering spirit and the promise of freedom, emerged victorious, driving the Xenos from their homeworld and reclaiming Earth for humanity. As the smoke cleared and the last of the alien invaders retreated, Haverson and his men stood amidst the ruins, battered and weary but triumphant. They had faced unimaginable odds and emerged victorious, their courage and resilience having inspired the people of Earth to rise up and reclaim their rightful place in the cosmos. The reclaiming of Earth would be remembered as one of the greatest feats of human resilience and triumph in the face of overwhelming adversity. Haverson, Marcus, Lowe, and the countless other brave men who had fought and sacrificed for the cause would be hailed as heroes, their names etched into the annals of history as a testament to the indomitable human spirit. And as the sun rose on a new dawn for humanity, the people of Earth looked to the future with hope and determination, ready to take their rightful place among the stars and forge a new destiny for their species.